Hello and welcome to the lesson. We're going to learn the basics of creating tables. We'll talk about using cells and rows to create a structured table in HTML. I'll also show you some simple ways to edit the appearance of tables. As usual, you can see an empty HTML document with only a basic header, which we use every time. The very basic tag of every table is the table tag. Of course, this is a paired tag. Most of the tags we'll be using in the future are paired, so never forget to close them. Let's go ahead and create the first row. To create a table row in HTML, we use the TR element, which stands for table row. Again, don't forget the closing tag. I often like to add comments like this for better orientation in the code. This is much better. Thanks to this comment, I can immediately tell that this row is the header of the table. Now we can start adding data to the table. To do that, we'll create individual cells. To create cells, we use the TD element, which stands for table data. Now I'll start adding cells to the first row of our table. This row will contain the name of a book, the name of the author, and the price. Let's create the first cell. I'll type the TD opening tag, name, and the TD closing tag. Now I'll display the result in a browser to make sure I didn't make a mistake. As you can see, the first cell displayed correctly. The result doesn't quite resemble a table yet, but let's be patient. I need to add two more cells with the name of the author and price. I'll copy the first cell and paste it twice. All I have to do now is edit the text inside the cells and I'm done. I'll refresh the browser again, and as you can see, a one-row table displayed. However, it still doesn't look like a table, so I'll add a border to it. To add a border, add the border attribute inside the table opening tag. The value of this attribute determines how thick the border will be. I'll set the value to 5, and as you can see, the border is really quite thick. I'll change the value to 1, which looks better. Let's add another row containing information about a book. I'll add another TR element and add a comment. Inside the comment, I'll just type row 2. I also have to create a cell, so I'll create a TD element and type a slightly longer name of a book. Now I'll refresh the browser so that I can show you something. As you can see, there are 3 columns in the first row. However, there is only 1 column in the second row, where I've created only 1 cell. Notice that cells are placed from left to right. There's an empty space where no cells are defined. In one of the following lessons, I'll show you how to stretch one cell through several columns. For those of you who are curious, I will tell you that this can be easily achieved using the colspan attribute. To finish the table, I'll add 2 more cells into the second row. The easiest way is to copy and paste the already finished cell. I'll paste it twice and edit the content. The author is Ernest Hemingway. Finally, I'll add the price. After refreshing the browser, you can see a basic table. Inside a table cell, you can, of course, insert many other items, like pictures, links, or lists. For example, I'll try to add a sale symbol inside the price cell. I'll create the IMG tag and type the path inside the SRC attribute. I'll also add the alt attribute and set the value to discount. As you should know, the content of the alt attribute will display in case a user has turned off the image display in their browser. I'll refresh the browser, and as you can see, the sale symbol appeared correctly, which means that everything works. To finish off, I'd like to show you how to make the table header more distinct. The appearance of HTML tables can be adjusted in many ways, including CSS. Right now I'll show you the simplest way, which is using the TH element, which stands for table header. Let's replace the TD tags with TH tags. First, I'll replace the tags of the first cell. Next, I'll replace the second cell, and then the third cell, which is the heading of the price column. Let's take a look at the result. As you can see, the header row is now clearly distinct. The browser used its own default styling, which can of course be changed using CSS. In this lesson, you've been introduced to the basics of creating tables. Next time, we'll focus on adjusting the size of a table. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll look forward to seeing you the next time.